Hi, this is Sara Levin, the Artful Inker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I have this fun card using Dragonfly Garden and watercolor shapes. Let's get started. For today's card, I'm going to be using Dragonfly Garden and then these new watercolor shape stamps that have just come out in the Stampin' Up! 2021 annual catalog. Now I'm going to start with a piece of basic white and some scrap paper, and let's start with the pale papaya ink and the circle from the watercolor shapes. And since my ink pad's very juicy and I don't want a deep dark color, I'm just going to stamp off first and then stamp my circle here. And then let me clean my stamp, and then I need my Coastal Cabana ink pad. Actually, I do want this one more time. Sorry about that, folks. Let's stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp some here and some here. And now let me clean my stamp again. And now I want that Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to stamp off. Okay, now let's put the one more Coastal Cabana on here. Gosh, feel like I'm losing my mind today, or the train of thought anyway. So we're going to stamp here, and that should do it for us. Let's put the Coastal Cabana out of the way and hang on to my pale papaya over here. And then I want that pale papaya one more time for our card base. So again, we're going to ink and stamp off. And then I want that circle. Let's straighten this up. And I think I want to be about right here. Okay, that's all of my circles stamped. Now, let's close my pale papaya and move it out of the way. And then we're going to add this long floral stamp from the Dragonfly Garden. And I'm using the new Evening Evergreen. And we're going to start with the pale papaya circle here. And I've just inked part of the stamp, and then I'm going to stamp off and stamp over on the left of that circle. Let's move that out of the way, and then I'm going to ink a little more of my stamp this time and stamp off. And then let's bring our card base over here, and we're going to stamp right in here. Okay, so let's move that out of the way. We're done with our scrap paper and the Evening Evergreen ink. And then I've got my Bermuda Bay ink. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment. Make sure I've got it right side up. And the sentiment is from Dragonfly Garden. Okay, and the lovely thing about circles is if you're not absolutely straight, it's on a circle and just turn the circle. Okay, and then I've got my Dragonfly stamp from Dragonfly Garden, and I'm going to ink that in Bermuda Bay on this partial circle here. Okay, now I'm going to use the Dragonfly Builder Punch, which punches the full size and the small dragonfly. And let's just line this up here. Okay, and now I'm going to take this off screen and die cut these two pieces, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my two die cut circles here, and our punched dragonfly, and this piece that we stamped for our background layer. And we need to start and put our card together. So let's start with our matte layer, and it is 4 1/16 by 5 5/16 from Coastal Cabana. And this will give us just the tiniest hint of color around the edge of this basic white layer. Okay, and then it's time to start adding dimensionals. Get both of these circles. Now you may have noticed the little nip out of this circle from the punch, and that's not a big deal because our dragonfly is going to come right in there. Okay, now that we've got that situated, I'm going to pop this one up on a double stack of dimensionals so that it is above this circle, and we've got some layers then going. Oops, and our last one. And then I'm lining the edge of this bit of pale papaya circle up with this one, so it creates a little optical illusion going there. And then let me grab my mini dimensionals back here for the wings. Okay, and then we're going to position this guy so that he is right up here along the edge. So I need to come under these and add an extra dimensional for support. Forgot about the additional height. Okay, so double stack those when you start, and there we go. All right, now let's add this to our card base, and I am going to use more dimensionals on the back of this layer. And yes, with the extra dimensionals, it will cost more to mail it, but then you haven't spent $7 or $8 a card at the card shop, and so you can afford to spend a few extra pennies on mailing. Okay, let's find my embellishments over here. I'm going to use the Genial Gems, and they match color in here very nicely. And we just want to, oops, not stick them to my fingers. Okay, and there's our card. If you're in the United States, please do some of your Stampin' Up! Shopping in my store. You can find a link for that in the description below. Again, this used Dragonfly Garden and watercolor shapes. Please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your card-making friends. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell, you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. Have a great day. Bye.